Hey there, this is the weekly forecast for February 10th through the 16th of 2019. So starting out on Sunday the 10th, there is a moon in Aries conjunct with Mars and Uranus. And this is the potential for both rash, impulsive choices or courageous, brave ones as well, because our emotions are very ignited. We could possibly make really impulsive, emotionally driven decisions, but we could also use that to be really brave in what we choose to do. So there is a lot of electricity in the air, a lot of both possible triggers and possible areas for harnessing that energy. Mercury also moves into Pisces on Sunday, and the sign of Pisces, it's both Mercury's detriment and fall. That's not to say it's a bad placement or anything. Mercury's significations are just a bit out of place in the sign. So there's both the possibility for confusing, ambiguous language while Mercury's in Pisces and really poetic, beautiful, artistic language. Because the directness of Mercury has some trouble navigating the watery, all-encompassing nature of Pisces, but if you can bridge those two polarities, really beautiful, emotionally connected language can come out of this transit. It's a good time to be extra precise in your language because Mercury will be going retrograde in Pisces in a few weeks, so it's slowing down as it's entering, and it's a good time to begin setting in place really precise, clear patterns in your language to avoid any mishaps that could happen. And it's also a good time for any creative writing or artistic projects because it'll be easier to project mercurial thought into more abstract avenues than, say, really precise professional ones. Monday the 11th, the moon in Taurus will trine Venus in Capricorn, and this is just a really good day for grounded, earthy energy, getting things done and enjoying them at the same time, because moon in Taurus is often a really steadfast, sturdy placement, and with Venus, we can enjoy the things that we have to do for that day. On Tuesday the 12th, the moon still in Taurus will trine both Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn. So we're motivated to be serious and hardworking, and we're in the mood to be realistic because there is some energy at other times during February in particular where there is the tendency to dream big in ways that aren't helpful. So on Tuesday the 12th, there is the ability to remain a bit more practical and keep your both feet on the ground here, as there is a lot of optimism and dreaminess going on as well. The sun in Aquarius will square this moon in Taurus though. There may be a pull between wanting to be more intellectual and detached versus soft and in touch with our emotions that needs to be reconciled. On Wednesday the 13th, Mars and Uranus will conjoin at 29 degrees in the final degree of Aries. There's one final big push of energy for you to be radically authentic in your expression of self, because this is the last degree that Uranus will be at in Aries before it moves into a whole new sign. And with Mars there, it's really adding an urgency and a drive to fulfill this authentic potential. I wouldn't do anything sudden under this transit because there is the possibility of having some impulsivity in the air. With Mars-Uranus, there is the ability to be really brave and courageous in the situations that call for it. On Wednesday the 13th, the moon in Gemini will also square Mercury in Pisces. So we have a lot of ideas and we're in the mood to intellectualize and converse, but we may not have the exact words for it. We could be very tongue-tied and just have difficulty in communicating in general. And this could be really frustrating, but slowing down and not trying to get things out so quickly or so suddenly could help. And also using creative outlets could also be a better use of this Mercury and Pisces energy. So Thursday the 14th, on Valentine's Day, Mars moves into Taurus, and Mars in Taurus is a very steady, grounded, thorough, steadfast Mars. It's one to work smarter and more long-term than faster and harder. And under this energy, it's a good time to start any projects that will take a lot of deliberation and thoroughness rather than getting something done super quickly. With the approaching Mercury in Pisces, this steady energy could really help keep us on track, so it might be a good time to think of things that you're meaning to start so you can start them now before Mercury's retrograde, get a hang of the routine and the tasks that are needed, and use this Mars energy to steadily go through what you need to. The moon will also be opposite Jupiter on Valentine's Day, so there's a possibility of being really dramatic or over the top and letting emotions get the best of us instead of being able to look at them for what they are and observe them. There is the possibility to go over the top either in positive or in negative ways, but neither is really conducive. So this is a good Valentine's Day to think of the practicality of your relationships with that Mars and Taurus, rather than it being the most exciting. It's a much more grounded, practical Valentine's Day. Friday the 15th, the moon in Cancer will trine Mercury in Pisces and sextile Mars in Taurus. And this is a good day for emotional connection with others because we'll be grounded in that earth reality, but we'll also have that access to watery emotional fluidity. And with the more sudden, impulsive, maybe jarring transits going on, it's a good day for just feeling where you're at amongst all this on Friday. It's a good day for acknowledging the space that you're in and not trying to fight it or change it necessarily, and meeting yourself where you're at. Saturday the 16th, the moon in Cancer will then oppose Saturn and Pluto, and this can indicate the tendency to feel trapped or constrained on a large scale. We can feel as if we are very emotional, but there is not a safe space to express those feelings, and like there's an outside situation or power demanding that we suck it all up even though we're really hurt. And this does pass, it's just one day and it's not the end all be all, but something that could be helpful is to not force yourself to expose your emotions if you don't feel safe, and not to put the pressure on yourself to fulfill any emotional ideal or way of coping that you think is right. Just meeting yourself where you're at, not making yourself take any steps that are uncomfortable. So overall, this week has a lot of different types of energy going on. There's the impulsive and energetic electricity of the Mars-Uranus stuff going on, but then there's also much more grounded energy once Mars moves into Taurus. And so there's both the possibility for changing things up and it's still being grounded and realistic within that. So I hope this is helpful. I do private consultations at the link below. Like, subscribe, do all the things, and I will see you soon.